Hi, V.
Hi, Kate.
Thank you so much for being here on my channel today.
Thank you for having me.
I missed you here.
Me too.
I'm really excited to be doing your makeup today. The vision I have for today is kind of like a gentle makeup look, kind of like a soft summer glow type vibe.
Okay.
So something you can wear out every day. And I think we're going to take a look at your hair after as well. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and start with the makeup. I'll pin your hair back first, and you can just, in the meantime, go ahead and relax.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm going to grab some little hair clips, like these purple ones. Just gently reaching up, moving the hair side, and gently clipping. And reaching around, do the same thing on the other side. Perfect. Now, I see that there's a little bit of makeup left over, so I have a little towelette with me here, as well as some makeup remover. Just going to gently uncap this. Go ahead, squirt some of the remover gently onto the towelette. Really gently begin to pat the towelette against your skin, moving nice and gentle. And rotating, going really gently over the eyebrows and the eyes. Going over the eyelids as well. And down the right side of the cheek. Making sure to go extra slow over the more sensitive parts of the face, like around the nose area. And down along the chin, making sure to get along the jawline. Gently moving over, getting the other eyebrow. Making sure to go really gently and really take my time here. Just from your cheeks cloth, just to go really gently over the upper lip. Doing some last broad strokes down both sides of the face. Perfect. Going to move on and do some skincare today. We have this hydration serum from Curology. I'm just going to put a few drops onto my hands here and then begin to rub it onto the face. Rubbing into my fingers and then just beginning to slowly dab and pat onto the skin. This will really lock in some moisture and keep your face and skin feeling nice and hydrated throughout the day. Just gently patting on. And go ahead and rub the excess down along the skin of the neck as well, making sure everything is nice and hydrated. Great. And for the under eyes, I do have a paired Curology Hydro Eye Gel. I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my fingertip and then gently dab onto the under eye area. You have an eyelash. Would you like to make a wish? Would you like to make a wish and blow?
Mm-hmm. It's stuck.
It's stuck. Well, that counts. That counts.
It has mascara, I think.
Just gently rubbing this in here. It's giving a nice sun-kissed glow, which is exactly what I was hoping for. I'm going to use this towelette to just gently pat over the skin one more time, helping to absorb any excess product. Now I'm going to move over to some foundation. I like don't really want a full coverage look today, just because we're kind of going for a more sun-kissed glow type vibe. And because your face is so clear, there's really nothing to cover up anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and just apply a small amount of product. Just gently dabbing this in around the T-zones of the face. Add a little bit here to the eyelids, just to help the eyeshadow stick once we eventually get to that step. Fluttering the product on in nice light little flourishes. Doing an even but thin coat, just kind of across the face here. And have you turn your chin towards me so I can see a little bit better on this farther side here. I'm just finishing off dabbing the rest of the product from this brush onto the face, making sure to blend up into the jawline from the neck. Having a nice light coating here. I am going to use just a touch of concealer onto the under eye area. Going really gently. Perfect. I'm just going to really gently feather this in. Making sure get right up into the lash line, a little bit here into the crease of the eye as well. Beautiful. Same on this eye, just really gently feathering this into the corners as well. Making sure to add just a little bit more to the outer eye without covering any of your really cute freckles though. Perfect. I'm going to set this aside. And using the same brush here, just once more gently go over the upper eyelids. Just swapping over. And turn your chin just a bit towards me. Perfect. And to really blend here. Hearing the gentle noises of the city ambiance kind of lull you into a state of relaxation. We are going to move on to a little bit of contouring. I have this brush here with this cool toned contour. Gently dabbing on. And turn your chin towards me. Perfect. Just really lightly feathering in a contour here. You have nice high cheekbones, so I want to take an extra minute to help accentuate that. Adding a little bit of shadowing to the top of the forehead. And you can go ahead and relax your chin again. Adding some to this side as well. Just to add a little bit of shadow to the cheekbones. Making sure to blend that out, adding just a touch of contour to the underside of the nose as well. Now we have some bronzer here. Just gently feathering the brush in and adding just a little bit of flourish here. Reaching your chin once more, perfect. Great. Going to set this palette aside now. Now we're moving on to one of my favorite parts, which is the blush. This is going to be a darker toned blush, so I'm going to go really lightly, but again we are kind of hoping for a sun-kissed glow, so I'm going to be pretty generous with the application here. Just the tiniest touch onto the nose as well. And going with this side. Really gently just feathering this in. Give one a tiny bit higher. Blending as well up into the hairline and up against the cheekbone. And look around, make sure that they're similar on both sides. And just a little bit of touch of blush to the nose as well. Perfect. I'm going to put the cap on, set this one aside too. Next we have eyeshadow, which I'm always very excited for. We have a nice neutral toned palette here. I'm just going to take a look at the various colors, kind of compare them to the complexion of the face, the color of the hair. I think I'm going to choose a more red toned little highlight here just to kind of tie in with the red of your hair. I'm going to start by adding a warm brown to the middles of the eyelids. It's a nice warm color, but isn't too far off from your skin tone. And applying on the other side as well. Great. I'm going to use one of the smaller brushes to get this nice almost white tone and apply it to the inner corner and begin to lightly feather that out. following the natural curvature of the eye. And going back to our first color here to blend up against that. Now switching over to a little bit of that darker red color just to add some shaping to the eye. Following on the corners and gently blending upwards. Add a touch of this darker red just for a little pop of color on the sides. And try to blend down to the lash line as well. Taking those colors and help pushing them inwards. Once more, I'm just going to go back in with that initial kind of brown to help everything be a little bit more seamless. And just for one final layering here, going back with this lighter shade. Now, onto the delicate process of doing eyeliner. Just going to gently move your chin so I can see a little bit better. Gonna really gently go in here. And it's really just kind of blending out. Go ahead and move your chin just a little. Right. Going back in with a gentler brush and just blending that out as well. Turn. Perfect. Great. go ahead and go in and do your brows. Not doing anything crazy here, just adding a little bit of color to help match your hair. Just going up and over, guiding the brows where I want them to go. Moving over and doing the other side. Perfect. We need to add this tiny bit of detailed work just at the end here. Perfect. Just helping the brows be slightly more defined. Perfect. Now we're able to go in with this Master Mascara. I'll go ahead and have you open. I'm going to swing around and do this right side here. Perfect. And go ahead and look up for me. Great. And doing this side. Perfect. And look up for me, please. Great. Now lastly, we can move on to lips. I don't really use liners that often, to be honest, but I'm intrigued by the concept of this and excited to try it. So bear with me here and just relax. And just gently start penciling in. I don't really care about this being too dark. Just going to be nice and gentle. Not overlining too much. Just giving some nice shape. Going nice and gently. Great. Nothing too dark, just a nice little cleanup of the lines. And I am going to go ahead and come in with this lip product. You can go ahead and rub your lips together. Perfect. I'm just going to add just a little bit more here. Great. Perfect. I love how this is turning out so far. I am going to move on to, oops, so sorry. Going to move on to doing the hair. First, I'm just going to begin by gently brushing through the hair. Just going nice and gentle. working through really delicately. Just want to make sure the product is working with the ends as well. I do have a straightener with me today. I just want to go ahead and smooth out the hair just a bit with the straightener, not trying to do anything crazy. So I'm not even going to section the hair. I'm just going to do just a few gentle passes and take my time. I'm just gently clamping and then gliding the straightener over the hair. Not being too precise or specific, just letting the hair fall how it wants to fall. gently go back in with a little bit of brushing. Great. I'm just going to go through, do a few more of the ends. Then we will call it a day. I love how everything turned out today. I'm going to go ahead and flip your chair around and then I'll show you the final product.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, here is a mirror so you can kind of see your final look. I love how the browns of the eyeshadow match with the browns of your hair.
Yeah, it's totally the colors that I would go for.
Yay! I love how everything came together and you look stunning.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too.